What's going on, everybody? It's McFly here. So today we're going to be watching episode 4 of She-Hulk. I'm going to be real with you guys. So far, my feeling on this show is a little bit hit or miss from episode to episode. I know I liked the last episode, but I think more so what's happening is I'm going into the show knowing what it is. I do want to get into this episode. I usually say 3 or 4 episodes is kind of my gauge of how good a show is, especially since these MCU shows have been upping the ante, just overall making the 4th episode kind of the one of the most important episodes for each series. So there's kind of a lot on the line for this episode. Look, this show is, it's not great. I don't think it's terrible either. This whole thing on the internet where everybody's saying it's either great or horrible is everything's extreme on the internet. I try not to look at all that stuff, but it is interesting to see that a lot of the recent shows that have come out have kind of got a bad rap, I guess. I might do another video on it, but we're in a weird situation right now with the MCU where they're trying to introduce a lot of, I wouldn't say unknown characters, but less popular characters. And in doing that, they have to make sure that they tie everything over to the overall arching story of the MCU. My whole thing with that is I do not like that, especially as of late, or at least in this recent phase, has relied heavily on that. This show in particular is all about the cameos. It's all about bringing in new characters and discussing all of that. That's great, and I think that's what makes it so fun. The one thing I really liked about Moon Knight is that it was completely contained in its own, in its own show. Everything that happened in the show was about the show. It wasn't about the overall arching MCU. Even the end credit scene didn't have anything to do with the overall arching MCU story, except for the fact that that character is in the MCU. I think we're missing that right now in a lot of the MCU content. The whole issue that I have with that is that they're putting too much emphasis on it, and it takes away the artistry and it takes away the creativity of each show. And a lot of people are like,
oh my gosh, did you see this episode of blah, blah, blah? It led to
me, that's cool, but I want the show to be good in and of itself. I don't want it to have to rely on that for people to be excited about it. That's one of the things I didn't like so much about Captain Marvel was people were excited about the movie because what it meant for Endgame when that was going to come out. And in all fairness, she didn't really have a lot to do in Endgame. I mean, she had that one battle with Thanos that made sense and was kind of a big thing, but anyways, I'm rambling. But my point here is I want this show to be good in the She-Hulk story, and I don't want She-Hulk to be outshined by Wong or any of the other cameo characters. I want her story to be concrete and have a direction. And right now it hasn't really had that. I've given it 3 episodes. I want to see that in this episode. That's what I'm looking for. A concrete storyline. The tone has shifted so many times. Storyline has shifted so many times. And I know this is supposed to be a lore show where each episode is kind of its own story, but we still need to see character growth. We still need to see Jen grow as a character. And I just think the writing has been all over the place. Forget all of the woke stuff that people are debating. I don't care about that. It doesn't bother me any. I'm worried about the actual writing of the show. And right now, it hasn't done a lot for me. Yeah, the show's funny. I'm getting some laughs out of it. Yeah, her character is cool. I think Miss Lonnie's doing a great job, but I want to see more from this. I'm going into this with low expectations. I'm going to get a laugh here and there and kind of see some cool cameos and some fun stuff between other characters. And that's what I'm expecting from this. I'm not expecting some Stranger Things type of show where my mind's going to be blown and this is the best thing I've ever seen. So I think that's where people are always expecting the MCU to blow our minds because of what happened phases 1 through 4. We're not there right now. The MCU is having to build up to this new thing. They're still getting their hands around writing TV shows whilst being inclusive, whilst giving new writers and new people a chance, right? So this whole phase, I think, is an experiment. I've been rambling for about 6 minutes, so let's get into the episode right now. By the way, I think I mentioned it before, but I know it's a different situation than, for years of studying to be a lawyer, but I felt like her first outing as a lawyer for the Abomination was she stumbled a lot.
You better be able to back it up.
I know people are mad, by the way, at how they're depicting the Marauders? Just I know in the comics some of them had actual superpowers, and they kind of made them like just regular people stumbling over each other. But look, this is the age that we're in right now with media, especially, is things are not going to be how they were. I'm gonna just put it that way. Let's go. We got some rock and roll. I like it.
Of levitation.
Hey, that sign said Johnny Blaze. I saw that in the trailer. It's right there.
Are you not amazed? Are you not entertained? The great Donnie Blaze needs assistance from a volunteer.
Donnie Blaze.
The deception, the betrayal, man. You deceived me.
Madison with 2 N's, 1 Y, but it's not where you think.
Wow. Donnie Blaze!
Hey, do it.
Do it. You gotta up the ante. People have seen a lot of crazy stuff. I like how they just let her drink alcohol on stage. There you go. Where's she gonna go?
Ew.
We got Wong again. We got Wong dancing. What the hell is happening? Was that a heart?
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Watching The Sopranos.
I grew up in Fort Lauderdale.
Hey, real talk, I haven't seen The Sopranos yet. Like the video if you think I should watch The Sopranos.
He sent me to a diff dimension, and a talking goat helped me escape a lava pit in exchange for 6 drops of my blood. Oop. Then I kind of like browned out, and now I'm here.
Okay, yep. Okay, no.
Was that like a Mephisto reference? Crazy considering I mentioned that as a joke earlier in the video.
This is the one where they killed
It's a Mephisto reference, right?
It was so sad.
Hey, spoilers! I just said I haven't seen it. Come on.
Days.
Donnie Blaze is going to pay for this.
Not all these characters have to be funny. Like, you can keep some of them serious.
You saw that Wong is back. God, everybody loves Wong. It's like giving the show Twitter armor for a week.
Why doesn't she have, like, a tailored suit that can grow with her? You're living in an age where there's Iron Man tech and you can't find a tailored suit that grows with you. Use the nanotech. She's activating a dating account. Got it.
We have got to get you some new clothes.
Yes, I just said that.
Miss Walters, I have a legal situation of the greatest importance. I'm having an issue with a magician, former student of the mystic arts, but he was kicked out after a week when he summoned freak kegs and his former fraternity brother, Kai Dog, to Kamatage, sending volunteers into other realms for casual fun.
He's using what he knows to make some money, man. Hard out there for a magician. With all the actual mystic arts people like yourself out there, it's hard to be a magician now.
Mr. Blaze signed an NDA or a non-compete.
No,
Was there a contract when he began training?
students pledge themselves to be loyal servants of the mystic arts.
And did you get that in writing?
No. Laws of the time-space.
Yes, but you also
Sure, but
live
this is
within
the
those.
American legal system. No judges
Correct.
take this.
Book of Ashanti.
No, the Book of American Laws. Oh, okay. That's very good.
Cheap human tricks.
Aren't you a human though, Wong? I mean, I know you know the mystic arts, but you're still a human, right?
I hate to see 2 stunning women sitting all alone. Can I buy you sexy ladies a round of drinks?
Okay, sir, we're clearly in the middle of work here.
When you change your mind, I'll be at the bar.
See, that guy is exactly why I don't date.
What was wrong with him? I mean, maybe not your type, but at least he was nice about it. Didn't call you an it or treat you like an object. He was just nice about it. Friend's trying to help you out. Like I say every episode, just let her.
Nikki, you're not helping.
Yes, I am. Come on.
If I'm gonna date, it's gonna be as Jen. I already have to be She-Hulk in the office.
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
There you go. You got a date.
This is a farce.
You just like hype manning him?
Maybe.
Are you scared I'll become more mystical than you?
Sorcerer Supreme doesn't engage in competition, but I am more mystical in my sleep.
Here is a cease and desist.
Got your ball.
Nice. That was sick.
I hate LA. See, I'm a New Yorker, through and through.
Oh, how long did you live there?
14 months.
14 months and you're a New Yorker.
So what do you do?
I'm a lawyer. I just started at a firm downtown, GLK&H, because I have superpowers.
Okay.
I'm a Hulk. Mm-hmm. I can lift a full-size sedan with one hand.
Okay.
You're gonna make her pay for it.
Thank you so much for the drinks.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, we should do this again.
There's an idea.
Yeah, she's like a 6, maybe.
Like a 6. Can we get like at least one good date for her, please?
Do you have any witnesses who can corroborate your claim?
It's gonna be the drunk girl, right?
ticket for texting? Just say you were texting 911. They can't prosecute.
That isn't what this is, and that's not true.
She just was at a bar and she comes back.
I promise to tell the truth.
I don't know who the actress is, but she plays a pretty good drunk girl.
And then he pushed me into a fireland.
That must have been terrifying. How did you escape?
I made a pact with a demon that I cannot discuss. Otherwise,
Mephisto.
He said he would reap my soul, and the
Gotta be
soul
the,
is all I
the
love.
Mephisto, right?
The demon, I think his name is Jake.
There is precedent.
The precedent that you are referring to is for card tricks and disappearing women who never speak. This is very different because the mystic arts is, in fact, real magic.
This case travels beyond these courtroom walls.
Yeah, you gotta tell him.
One man in the mortal realm has the ability to cause a ripple so great it reverberates through every dimension. And that ripple through galaxies has the ability to destroy all life within the known and unknown universe.
Yeah, tell him the extent of it all.
You know, I also have a bird.
Yeah, they'd allow that in court for sure.
We could talk about The Sopranos.
Fine, no more spoilers.
Ugh, whatever.
I like how they're like friends now.
Listen,
Stop it! It's ruining the show.
I am totally aware that tomorrow is Saturday.
She forgot. What kind of an app tells you no new matches? That's just horrifying. She didn't get like 100 matches. I still think it's funny that it's Captain America's ass.
I have to admit I was a fan before we matched. I mean, your battle with Titania in court, it was incredible.
It's got to be awkward, right? Having fans that are on dates with you. It's like if She-Hulk went to Comic-Con.
I'm a pediatric oncologist.
Oh.
Hate talking about myself. Tell me about you.
Oh.
Should we split some fries?
Yeah, let's get those to go.
That was fast. Didn't even know who the guy is. What if he's acting?
No fire hole. How about we
So I'm saying people are aware of what's going on now. There you go. Use stuff like that. That's innocent enough. What's it gonna be in there? The hell is that? Like a little gremlin.
Ta-da! Hey! All part of the
Okay, close the portal, bro. See what you did? Well, at least this is good for her case. Little gremlins running around the city.
for the record, I'm doing this for the universe, not for you.
Great, perfect.
Oh, shoot, I got it on your couch, too. Just 1 second, okay?
You're like, I ain't never had nobody like this in my house. Hide his shirt. I don't know, it just disappeared. She knows magic too.
I'm not sure exactly what I'm supposed to be doing here.
Be a Hulk.
Fight him off.
I don't die.
The demons from hell, right? I'm curious where they're coming from, like...
Wow, look at that.
There you go. It's getting bigger.
That's what she said.
There you go.
I was wondering if you would agree to the terms of our cease and desist.
Maybe. Fine, okay, we agree.
My office will be in touch.
Well, what a predicament. This was in the trailer. Definitely, there's going to be some of the giant fetish people that are going to go crazy over that scene. How's Titania going to come back into this? It's been 3 episodes.
Who are you?
Not in Hulk form. Just Jen.
Cool.
Yeah, I made breakfast.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Damn.
Hot doctor's a cliche anyway.
He had that giant fetish.
No, she's suing you for misuse of a trademark.
Misuse of a trademark? What trademark? She's suing me over the name She-Hulk?
So she's being sued for the
Way
name.
to end this episode. I bet there's a fun tag.
Pick your battles, Jen, right? She doesn't want to be called She-Hulk anyways, so that kind of forces the issue on everybody for her to be called something else. I mean, with the guy she was dating, I assumed that there was something going on there because he was just too perfect, right? Nobody's that perfect. I saw people on Twitter kind of getting mad at how, hello, my name is Jake. Jake from State Farm. Jake the goat. That's gotta mean something, right? Is that Mephisto in the goat form? I saw people on Twitter complaining about how they're messing up Wong, and I mean, look, he's being serious and they're making it funny, and I don't have an issue with that. I mean, that's kind of how he was in Doctor Strange. So, but again, look, they're trying to go for a funny comedy lawyer show that also happens to be She-Hulk, and I think there's a lot of people who love this character that are up in arms about that because she's supposed to be her own character. We wanted the lawyer part of it, but we wanted the She-Hulk part of it. Well, I say we, but fans wanted the She-Hulk part of it, and they're focusing more on the lawyer part. Okay, here's the end credit scene.
Longers, have you ever had tequila sunrise?
No, I think so.
Long Island iced tea?
Yeah.
Blue carousel?
No. What's blue carousel?
I don't know, it's blue.
Vodka and yak milk. Never again.
Ew. That's disgusting. Vodka and milk?
I'd love to try some yak milk.
Yeah.
It's gonna make you yak.
Well, gin and tonic.
Longers!
Right. Well,
Ow.
okay.
I don't know if they do bottomless gin and tonic,
No.
but we will find it.
Okay.
I think that's like a pairing that, you know, nobody would expect, but she's just like a fun chick to hang out with. That's fine, but yeah, I don't have a problem with how they're depicting Wong. Look, the MCU has been doing this for a while where they're trying to make it funny so everybody can enjoy these characters. I think since Thor 2 caused the MCU to kind of realize that you can't go serious. You can't go full on serious for a movie with all of the weird things that were going on in that movie. Now, again, as I mentioned before, that movie, while I didn't like it, it did have a huge impact on the overall arc of the MCU, but we need to get away from that. This episode was fine. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. It was fine. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. I mean, it's average. I wouldn't go back and watch it again, right? And I'm comparing things to like Stranger Things, which is kind of the pinnacle of great shows, great episodes. Episode 7 of season 4, I'd go back and watch a million times, right? So far, everything in the show, I wouldn't rewatch. There was nothing substantial in this except for the goat demon god, which is, I'm pretty sure, Mephisto, but I don't, like I said, I'm not super familiar with the She-Hulk comics and the whole Mephisto storyline, so it could be somebody else. I thought the whole Wong storyline was cool and the whole courtroom scene there was fine. I just feel they're rushing through a lot of stuff in this. They're not taking time for stories to build. A lot of these cool lawyer shows like Alan McBeal and what was the other one with William Shatner and the guy who played Ultron. Forget the name of that show, but those shows were hour long, so you had time for stuff to settle. And besides having the episode to episode storyline of you know the courtroom drama and stuff, they had the overall arching storyline for the show. And we're sort of getting that with the She-Hulk storyline, but again, it's very sporadic. I think a good story merges all of those stories together, right? So something happens in court that leads her character to grow or take steps back, whatever, but there's some type of character movement, some type of character growth. We're not really getting it. Yeah, she kind of is embracing the She-Hulk character more as the episodes go on. She's using it to get dates and stuff, but that's kind of out of desperation. And I think I'm hoping that they're gonna move to her kind of realizing that She-Hulk is gonna have to be who she's going to be moving forward. And I think she's struggling with that. So there is a little bit of that kind of character development, character struggle here that I enjoy, but they're really not focusing on it a lot. And it's hard on these 30-minute episodes to do so. And I think instead of having 9 30-minute episodes, they would have done better from having 6 50-minute episodes, just for it to kind of build. But here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. And people are gonna, who love the show, are gonna hate me for saying this. I don't think the writers have the chops for it. They've already come out and said that they are not skilled at writing the courtroom drama, yet they're focusing on that aspect instead of the She-Hulk aspect. So I don't know if this is coming from Daddy Feige. I don't know if this is coming from, you know, the creators of the show, the writers, or what, but I don't think they don't have the chops for it. And that might not be that they're not good writers. It's just the tone of the show that the creators are going for doesn't match the writers, so they're struggling. And that's kind of what I'm seeing. So it's disappointing because She-Hulk could have been, I think it could have been a really good show. And I know there's a lot of YouTubers that I watch and that I follow and that I usually agree with that are saying this is their favorite show, this is the best show. And maybe I'm asking too much of it, and I think maybe that's what's going on with others, is they're asking way too much of it. But for me, we've had some duds, both in movies and shows that have come out. You know, Falcon and the Winter Soldier could have been so much better, and there was a lot of good things in that show, granted, that I really liked. I haven't got that from the show, even little things that I've really liked. It's just an okay show. It's something that you can watch and enjoy 30 minutes a day and move on, right? Falcon and Winter Soldier has some very deep stuff that they had to get through. They had the character development of both those two main characters kind of dealing with each other, getting through their demons. You know, we had Falcon dealing with being a celebrity, but still, because he was out for 5 years, having to not getting the celebrity treatment. And we had him kind of dealing with his family issues. We had Winter Soldier, Bucky dealing with him being Winter Soldier and kind of making amends for that. We had a lot of character development, along with, you know, Falcon becoming Captain America, which a lot of people didn't like, but that happened in the comics, so I don't know why you guys are complaining. We had that momentum, we had that build up throughout the show. So I think in that regard, the show is fine. I just didn't like, you know, where they went with it. And the new Captain America, I forgot his name right now. His character, I think, while was obviously widely hated, was a good character because of, we saw his downfall trying to be the best Captain America he could be, and it took control of him. Trying to live in Steve Rogers' shadow ruined him, right? Again, character development. We're not getting that here. So I just, like I said, I gave 3 to 4 episodes. I was optimistic while being very disappointed where it had gone so far. I mean, cool, I guess. It was a fun episode. I laughed a few times. I liked Wong's parts of the show. The Donnie Blaze thing was kind of I don't know if that's paying homage or if that's a character in the comics. I don't know. But it kind of threw people off in the trailer when they saw something that looked like Johnny Blaze poster, but it wasn't. We'll see where this goes from here. I mean, I'm excited to watch the show just because it's more content. We get a She-Hulk. It's a funny character, and I like a lot of the side characters, but I mean, if the show was canceled, I wouldn't really be mad about it. It's just a show that's fun that's out there. It's fun to watch. So I'm usually pretty open, and I'm one of those people that I'm not very critical of shows, right? But the thing is, we've had too many things going on in the MCU right now, and this is almost directly following Stranger Things. There hasn't really been any other big shows that I looked forward to outside of Stranger Things, and Stranger Things season 4 was an epic masterpiece in my opinion. And to go from that to this is just kind of, I think that's what's happening now, is we've hit a lull after Stranger Things. So that's just my take on it. You know, leave messages for me in the comments if you disagree or agree. I'm always up for debate, a friendly debate. Like the video, make sure that you subscribe, hit that notification bell. I really do think that Kevin Feige would benefit from kind of taking control a little bit on these. I know he's kind of, people were getting mad that they weren't letting directors take control of it, and they did that with the Russo brothers, but the Russo brothers had the chops. I think now we need to ring it in a little bit. They're letting the directors make the stuff they want to make in spite of some of the fans, but the whole reason that the whole first 3 phases worked is because you had fan service in there, and I think they need to fall back to that. So anyways, that's my reaction to the She-Hulk. Leave messages for me in the comments. I like seeing your guys' comments on your opinions on it. I am not fully knowledgeable of the She-Hulk comic, so I like hearing people's expertise on that and how they're, you know, showing justice to that and not showing justice, things like that. And let me know what you thought about this episode. Love watching the MCU shows and stuff. Some of them are not gonna be good, some of them are, so that's where we're at. Anyways, I love all of you guys. Thank you so much, and please do remember, good vibes are contagious.